welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you.
What's your experience been like in just a short time getting to play with some new teammates?
It's been great. This team here, it's got a really good feel to it. It's got I can feel the chemistry building already. Few new guys coming in, so it's important that we stick together, do off-court activities and stuff just to keep building that chemistry. The city's been great. It really embraced me. Found some good food spots, and I'm excited to be here.
You speak of that chemistry. What was it like going with Trey and Zach and being part of a tournament where you can get some of that on-the-court experience playing with those guys?
Yeah, that was fun. Zach went down to Oklahoma with Trey, and he had like a little community event out there, and we were able to get on the floor and run with Trey and some other guys as well. So that was really special because we just got to Atlanta, and to already have that set up for us was cool. And like I said, it's all about building that chemistry, gelling together, and I think that's going to help us when we come game one of the season.
Hey Dyson, so you're everywhere on the floor. As a multi-positional defender, what type of adjustments do you have to make to guard a smaller point guard versus guarding the forward?
Yeah, I think everyone's different. You have smaller point guards who can shoot. You have smaller point guards who are more get on the rim type people. And you come in with a scout of every game, what you want to take away from someone. And for me, I pride my game on my defense. And I scout everyone, my matchup who I'm going to be playing on before the game. I want to challenge the guard and the best player every night. But like I said, every player is different. Some people you want to take away their right hand. Some people you want to take away their step back going right, and some people you want to keep out of the paint. So that's more of the guards, but forwards is about sometimes they'll try to take you down the post, so it's about finding their hips, getting under them, making sure they can't back you down. Like I said, everyone's different. You kind of have to guard everyone a different way, so that's why I scout people before I play them.
How do you feel being able to play alongside guys like Obi and Trey can maybe help you unlock some of your other tools offensively?
Yeah, these guys are super special, especially on the offensive end, and a guy like Trey who attracts so much attention. You can play off him. He's gonna be finding me a kick out. I gotta make quick reads with the ball. Get downhill, shoot the ball, make plays for other people, and I think I'm gonna fit really nicely with this team and the style of play that we're gonna play. And a guy like Bogey who can shoot the lights out. He's gonna space the floor for everyone. So I'm excited to play with those two guys. But we got some really good players as a team, some athletes, some shooters. So I'm looking forward to hopefully playing a fast style of play, and it's going to be fun this training camp.
What's up, Dyson? David Lee with the Afro. Welcome to the city. So I wanted to speak to you about your Olympic experience this summer. The previous year, you didn't get as much opportunity with the team, but as you've grown year by year, both offensively and defensively, you got a pretty big role this season. You're very confident offensively. You had that game winner during the friendlies as well. So I'm curious, what do you think has been your biggest growth, and what particular skill that's given your coaches on the national team the trust to keep you on the floor the biggest moment?
Yeah, I think going back and playing with the national team is always fun. It's a great experience playing with the Boomers, and just playing with the country gives you such a pride. And I think one thing that not changed, but that I really brought into this Olympic campaign was my mindset. And I know that my first 2 years in the NBA and my first year at the World Cup with Australia last year wasn't me and how I exactly planned it to be. And I know that I have so much more in me, so much more that I can do. And it's about coming in with that mindset, being confident in myself, trusting my work that I put in. And I think that playing that Olympics and having a pretty good Olympic campaign really boosted me, going into the season. And I'm excited because I got a lot to show this year.
Hey Dyson, welcome to Atlanta, by the way. But they said a couple other players shared how the off-season training activities, the one thing that they took away from that was just how fast that y'all were able to play. When you're coming to a new team and learning a new system and trying to develop chemistry with that, how can you kind of balance that kind of learning, catching up to something that fast, that fast pace of play, while also, being able to reinforce your strengths and lead the defense?
Yeah, for me, I like playing fast. I think that's what it helps with me with my game. And when you look at our roster, we've got such athletic wings. We've got Trey, obviously, really fast point guard. Who's willing to throw the ball ahead. We've got guys who can play above the rim. We've got shooters. So if we play fast and we keep the ball moving around, we're not going to be hard to stop. So I think that's what we have to do coming into this year. Keep the ball off the floor, try to move it forward with the pass. And obviously, we got some guys at center like Flynn, Mo, like these guys who can play above the rim as well, kind of like pick and roll and stuff. So we have a very versatile group. Like I said, we got big range, Jalen, he likes to play above the rim, but playing fast means that teams are, you got to get back in transition as well on defense. So we're going to have to work together with that. Make sure that I know they were good offensive rebounding team last year, the Hawks were. So that's going to be important, but it's going to be important to have people back as well because when you play fast, you get up the floor, it comes with a little bit more turnovers and stuff like that. So, but for me, I want to take the challenge of guarding the best player every night, and just being out there, being that kind of that backbone for guys like Trey, being able to switch things, 1 through 4, defend bigger people, defend smaller guards. So just being everywhere on the floor. I got a big goal this year of making a first team all defense. So I'm going to try to go out there and make that happen.
Hey Dyson, so first two-part question. What was your reaction to being traded? Obviously, I think you were with the national team when it happened, so I don't know what you were processing when it happened. And then secondly, how has your time in New Orleans prepared you for potentially a new role and obviously the opportunity now being in the Hawks?
Yeah, I think, I got called at 6 a.m. and I was asleep, so, I was like, woke up out of my sleep and I was like, kind of groggy, picked up the phone, wasn't really expecting it. So I was kind of shocked, especially for the first day, but once, kind of everything settled down and, I was able to, come to myself and my thoughts, that I was excited, I knew, I wanted to be a part of a team like this, a team that plays fast, a team that has an opportunity to, be good, and, I was really excited. But, playing New Orleans, I learned a lot, I was kind of playing behind, like some all-star caliber players, some veterans as well, which I was able to learn from for my first 2 years, and that was great for me. But I think this trade has come at the right time, going to year 3, ready to make that big jump, and that's what I'm ready for. So I'm really looking forward to this year.
Hi Dyson. So coming to an offense predicated on a 3-point shot, or at least that was last season, has that been a major area of development for you this summer? And how does your shooting performance from the Olympics give you confidence that you can be a positive contributor to that offense?
Yeah, my whole 3 years in the NBA has been a lot of shooting work and just finding what feels comfortable and what I want to stick with. And I think my Olympic campaign, I shot the ball pretty well, so I was very happy with that. And I want to carry that over into the NBA season this year. And I've been working with Kyle a lot. One of the greatest shooters to ever play this game. So I've been working with him. I've been getting some tips with him. I'm excited because I've changed my shot a little bit, getting it off faster and keeping the ball high. So I'm looking forward to getting a lot of open shots because when you play with the elite passes like Trey, they're really good open shots for sure.
To kind of piggyback off that question, you mentioned working with Kyle and changing your shot. What were some specific tips or advice that he gave you, or drills he had you do, and I guess in the mechanics, how did your shot change?
Yeah, so a lot of it was, with the legs and getting my hips back. When I was catching, a lot of my hips were dropping down, my knees were kind of folding in, whereas this one's about getting my hips back. And that also tells me to have a faster shot. Keeping the ball high as well, taking that big chip out of my shot, just getting it to my spot, getting it over my right toe, and then get my elbow high. So these are the main focuses that we've been working on, and it already feels comfortable. I've been working with them for a few weeks now, but I'm starting to get the flow and the rhythm of things, and the shot feels really good. So it's just about repetition now.
Dyson, you've gotten a chance to play with Larry Nance Jr. I'm curious, with him coming over to the Hawks, what is he going to add to this team that you've seen?
Yeah, I'm actually angry while he's here because I'm kind of sick of him from New Orleans. Larry's a great player. He's really smart. He's a big guy. He can play above the rim. He can defend. He switches. He's really, he can pass the ball. So he's got a lot of versatility to his game. And we played a lot together last year and come off the bench playing with him. So I'm used to playing with a guy like him. He can catch it in the pocket, make plays. So I'm excited to have Larry here for sure. Actually, I'm not excited.
So Dyson, one more question.
Last question.
Cool. So when I'm watching your film, of course, the defense pops, but the spatial awareness that you have on both ends of the court really stands out to me as well. And so that manifests when you're jumping passing lanes or something like that. but especially you have a very weird knack for back tapping rebounds and somehow getting offensive boards that way. Did you where did that skill come from, and also just when did you start developing it?
Yeah, I think for me it's just about making winning plays, and I would consider myself a player that has a pretty good basketball IQ. I know, on offense when to cut, the spots I need to be in. I know on defense, I have a good assumption of where the ball's going to go, what players I can do, their tendencies. So just being in the right spot. But like I said, the back tap is just, I've been an offensive rebounder my whole career. When you come here and you're coming up against, bigger bodies, athletic guys, sometimes you can't grab it, you just got to tip it out. And, most of the time, your team's going to be at the half-court line or you're going to be on the backside. So if you get it out there, there's going to be someone there. So I'm usually in the corner a lot, so I'm crashing, three-point shots and stuff. And whenever I can get my hands on the ball and tip it out, I'm going to do that. But I wouldn't say it's really come from anywhere. I think it's an easy thing to do. It's just about having the mindset of going to do it.
Thank you.